Good afternoon, everyone. Today is December 16th and it's late afternoon, and I was kind of feeling, I don't know, overwhelmed earlier, so I didn't really work on anything today. They had painted my sewing room and I wasn't that happy with the finished product, so I was in there working in that most of the day. But I thought, well, I'll come in here and do some journaling because that always seems to cheer me up. So I'm working on this cooking journal, which is going to be a 3-ring binder style journal, which I don't even really want to use these rings. I found these in my sewing room. If nothing else, I found these. I may try to rust them up or something. Whoop, it's already broken. My goodness. What's the deal? Oh, there they are. Okay, it's not broke. That is weird, though. Weird. I don't know what's wrong with that one. Maybe it's just a bad one. Okay, yeah, that goes back fine. I don't know, to work on that. I thought I could rust them. These are small ones. They're only like just a hair over an inch. So I don't know if they're going to be big enough, but I don't think my mom's going to want these huge ring things. And then for the front of the journal cover, I almost thought about using a regular book cover, something like, let's see what I got here. Something like this, you know, a hardback book. I don't know if that will work or not. Yeah, that one would work. It's pretty ugly, but I could use the hard cover and cover it. I don't know. Anyway, that's a thought there. That's kind of, and I wanted a cookbook, and I did buy an old cookbook with the cover, and it's way too small, so it's not going to work for this. And it has some writing on the front that I really didn't care about. Okay, so I didn't really know what I was going to do today, so I thought I would just get up a few little miscellaneous things that I have going on here. And my mom, one of her favorite hymns is the Old Rugged Cross. She plays it on the piano, and she plays by ear. She doesn't know a single note. Her whole entire family, there's 10 brothers and sisters, all of them play and sing instruments, and none of them have any music lessons or anything. They just know how to play it. It's pretty amazing when they all get together. Of course, my mom is the only one left now. All her brothers and sisters have passed. And so she's the last living member of that original family. And but I do remember going over there. We lived in Washington State at the time. My mother was born and raised in Washington. And they lived on this berry farm. Boysenberry farm. And, you know, every year they pick berries. That's what they did for a living. So we would, after we were grown, or when we were young, we would go and pick berries. And we'd get, I don't know, 25 cents for like a crate of berries. It was like a lot of money to us, but not very much when you think about it. Anyways, so what I thought I would do, I'll just use this. This is probably one of the biggest pages. I took some actually coffee dyed papers also to put in there in this book. And I have been thinking about this a lot lately, that our measurements, you know, I do watch people in other countries measuring, and they always talk about inches versus the centimeters and so forth. So I'm always trying to divide up our numbers, and they're not very divisible, is I guess the word. And so I thought, well, what if I measure things in centimeters, it would be a lot easier to determine, you know, sections like thirds and things like that. So this one is just a hair over 21 centimeters. So to me, that would be, I'm going to get a piece of cardstock here. 21 centimeters. I'm going to use that as my guide. And I'm just going to mark this at the end. like that. And then I will cut this I will cut this off so I can have a guide to punch the holes with. Okay, so if it's 21, oops, that's not the right. Okay, well, whatever I put it at is okay. So it's 21, a little over 21. Because my ruler doesn't start at the beginning, it starts right there. So a third of 21 is 7. And then a third of that would be 14, right? So these two would be the dots that I would need to make my rings. Or do I need, no, maybe I need 3 rings, huh? Not just 2. Okay, so I'm gonna have to change that. So we're gonna divide, oh shoot, now I messed myself up by doing that, or thinking that way. All right, 21. So half of 21 would be 10 and a half. I don't know how they do a half a centimeter. All right, let's do that again. 10 and a half. I think this is a half. And then half of that is 11, so that'd be 5 and a half. And then 5 and a half here, I believe. So that gives me 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's the way I'm going to figure it out. All right, so let me cut this off. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll just cut it like whoops, I can't cut it. Okay. This edge is straight. My desk is a mess behind me because of my sewing room being torn up. I moved everything in here. So let me just tear this off. It's just a rough estimate anyhow. And if you want to be more specific about it, then you can. So because I really don't even know yet how far to space these in. That was my next thought. So let me do a little bit of a, oh, that doesn't have a 1/4 inch on it. That's what I like about my quilting rulers. They have a 1/4 inch. I don't have a quilting ruler in here, I don't think. Okay, let's see. I think just by looking at this, maybe it's a 1/4 inch. So I'm just gonna draw a little line down there. Okay, so if I was to come in and put the circles right here on each one of these and use this to line up every page. Let me see what the rings are like. Yeah, see, I can pretty much get a ring right on that. I'm gonna do this just a tad over this line, just so that there's enough room for the ring. Okay, so then now if I punch with this, let me do a test, because if I punch with this one, I think it's smaller than my rings. Let me get one that I don't need, that's not coffee dyed, or not coffee dyed, but stained with vintage photo. Yeah, see, that's too small, that hole punch. Darn, because this goes through a lot of pages. This punch is the right size hole. I'm still having a hard time to see where things are. Yeah, see, that one is actually the right hole size. But I didn't really want to I just want to see how that's going to be in the center of that. I really wanted to punch more than one at a time. because this hole punch is just really hard to punch. Well, the only other thing I could do is eyelet, put eyelets on all of them. But then I don't know if the eyelets fit through these. I hope you don't mind my thinking while I'm trying to figure this out, because I've never done it before. And they do fit. I kind of like that idea. I think I have enough eyelets. It's just very time consuming. Not for me, but if you're watching, but I'll just do a couple. Let's just do one page. But so you can see how it's done. I wanted to use these, darn it. All right. Maybe I'll use those in some of them, I don't know. Okay, so what I was planning to do is get and clip. Let's see how many pages I can do at one time. Oh, I can do a lot of pages if I do the eyelets. Yeah, let's do a bunch of pages. And so, like, this page is a little smaller, so I'll have to gauge it so that I get them kind of centered correctly. Yeah, even if I put eyelets in every one of them, it's a little easier than having to punch all those individually. All right, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. All right, so here we go. First hole. There may be better ways out there to do this. I don't know. I really haven't watched. I did watch Tina on Shabby Dabby Doodah. She had something, one that she did. It was kind of an older video, but I believe she had a template. But she must have used one of these kind of punches, because I don't think she used the crocodile. All right, so let's say this is our first page. And remember, these are sewn around, so there's two sides. One page will be the two sides. Okay. And the nice thing about doing this type of a journal, I've realized, is that I don't have to put the pages together. I don't have to worry about what pages I'm going to put where. I don't know. This may be too much for a journal. I don't know. Because I'm not even sure I want to use ring binders yet. I'm almost feeling like I want to use... I'm just going to do this. Oh my goodness, is this the same? It looks like they're kind of like bent, that one. Maybe it was the same one I picked up earlier. Okay. Boy, I do not like silver. I gotta figure out something else. If I put this with these eyelets, I can put like maybe a leather strap. This is the weirdest things. They are like no good. My goodness. Okay, well, so I'm thinking that I could put, these are no good. I'll get rid of them. I'm thinking I could put a leather tie on these or something. I kind of wanted to see how the pages would flip through. Let me do a couple more eyelets. And actually, let me do, I have a pocket somewhere that I was going to, guess I can kind of use this. I may not even need a template now because I've got this to see through. I don't want it to slip. I mean, I'm sure they don't have to be totally exactly on target. Okay. And, okay, so here's the pocket. So, the girl that purchased my history journal that I made, not on the last journal that I made, she has an Etsy store, and I'm going to forget what her name of her store is. I wish I brought my iPad in here, but I wanted to give her a shout out. And so her name is Diane, and she makes the most beautiful journals. I mean, they are amazing. So I wanted to shout out to her. And then I thought maybe you might want to go over and take a look at her journals, if nothing else for inspiration, because they are beautiful. I'm like, I can't imagine you buying one of my journals after looking at the kind of talent that she has. So I will put her link, though, her Etsy link, in the video description. Okay, so there's that pocket. Cute. Kind of weird, but that's how that will work. And then so we can put tags and things like that in the pocket. This one's too big, but that gives I thought that was kind of that wasn't a good thing to do. I sewed across here. Shoot, that was not smart. I'm gonna have to fix that somehow. A little glue down there somehow. So this one, you know, it has, I think I showed you how to make this one. If I didn't, I will show you again. Surely I showed, maybe I didn't show this one. So you can't sew this. All right, I'll figure out how to fix it. Because you can fix anything. Just takes time to do it. Okay, so that's that. Then these were, set that over there for now. These were recipes from my grandmother. These are copies of the recipes, so I'm going to get them organized. And I don't think I have all of them, but I printed out the copies of them. She'll know these because she gave them to me, the recipes. So she'll get a kick out of these in her. I mean, I was going to put the originals back, but she gave me the originals, so I want to keep them. Being selfish. They're my grandmother's, so they're pretty old. But here it says Rosetta. That's my mom's name, Rosetta. And she still makes these cookies today. They're the best. Those are those cooktop kind of cookies. She used to make us before we went to school in the morning. If we didn't have any cookies to put in our lunch, she would make those cookies in the early morning, so we'd have things to take to school. So anyway, then let's see, I had made that one folder, this guy with Janie B's leftover papers, and I was gonna take some of her, this is from her digi that was left over, and I did a, I cut it out like a fussy cut it. And this one is been a little crooked ever since I made it, and it's really one of those things that you just don't like. And then I go and fold it, and it looks like it's going to be okay, and it's not. It's just not okay. I don't know. I don't know what part is crooked. Maybe I just need to trim off this edge a little. Let me see here. This is supposed to be glued down. It'd be easier to stick it in if it was glued down. Yeah, I think it's just this edge is up a little bit too much. Let me get my like antique scissors here so I can make it look more like the... I'm not taking anything off that side. I'm taking it off down here. There, that fits much better. Okay, so I wanted to get these out of off my table. So anyway, this is one of hers that I fussy cut. And then I was just going to put this little doily scrap here. And I was going to put this in my mom's journal, so it says Hershey's chocolate. But I think that could go into any journal, honestly. So I also like this Choice Family groceries. But I don't know, I just kind of like that whole look with the rose. So let me just ink this guy up a little bit. And this was from the kit. I think this is from, oh, what did I say her name was? From Queen of Mirth. Queen of Mirth, I think this is one of her digitals. Okay, get the glue. So I appreciate you coming by to watch this video. It was on the spur, but most of my videos are. You know, I'm just doing what I would do if I was sitting here all by myself. And should let that out. There we go. So let me get some tacky. This will take a while to... I haven't used any glues for a while either. My glue stick, I could hardly get the lid off. It just dried up around the edges. So I'm just gonna... Yeah, I just thought I'd put this little rose here. It all goes with the janeyB. And if I don't use it in this journal, I probably can use it in another one down the line. I see new digital kits and I'm like, oh, I want to make that one. But I just don't know, you know. What do I want to make next? I want to make my daughter that one for her. I should have not put that down so low. So I get that off before it dries. That tacky glue dries so shiny. If anybody has a thought about that, how I can avoid having that dry shiny, be great. And people say you can use the art glitter glue to glue down fabric, and you can, but it has to be very well, I guess that's not going to work because I put my box away. It has to be a very thin piece of lace. Okay, so that's on there like that. And then here's journal, and then we can put a couple of cards in here. So I really don't, well, I might have some, where's my box of cards? Oh, here it is. I was thinking I might have something already done. Let's see, we can put something like this. I like this. This is a digital from Pink Monarch prints. And it's like ephemera, like receipts and things, but instead of doing them on cardstock, you just do them on paper like this. And just fold it, and it makes a cute little journaling area in there. And then I put one of these little paper clips on it, rusty ones that she showed how to do on her channel. It is just vinegar, peroxide, and a little salt. And I didn't even measure it. I just poured a little of this and a little of that, and they rusted. And I thought that was amazing how that did that. So I'll put that there. A little decoration. Let's see if I have something else. These actually go with janeyB's kit. Yeah, these all go with her original kit. I like that lady. I like them all. Let's see. The rose kind of looks pretty with that. I think I'll keep her. I wasn't, oh, this has got a backing, so that's good. Let's see. One has a backing, the rest of them don't. I just didn't want to have to sew it and back it. I just wanted to be done with this. I guess I can sew it, back it later. These aren't backed either. This one is backed. Will that fit? Yeah, that fits. Okay, and then which one was backed? This one. Okay. All right, so this one needs a tie. It's got a little bird on it and a label. And let's see. I'll just tie a bow. That'll be cute. I'm just trying to tie a bow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, just a little bow there. And that's, this one, let me ink it. And let me punch a hole in this one. I think I'm going to use the hole punch where I can put the on the floor. Now these aren't inked up, but I need to ink them. Oh, now I got ink all over my mat. So if you haven't done this before, you just run your vintage photo distress ink over the top of them. And you can use any color. I've done it where I've put pink or green or whatever the color may be. Okay, I'm not going to put a tie in that. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. So there we go. done. Okay, there's a piece of ephemera. I'm so excited. I'll put this in my little ephemera box here. Let's see, envelope, journal cards. And so it's really kind of a pocket, right? Let me see if I have a pocket spot. Not really. Oh, here, pockets. Okay, good. This was another pocket. Oh, I'll have to make this. I don't know if I showed you on camera, but this is a pocket that I saw on Shabby Dabby Doodah. A piece of cake. And I'll have to make these and then show you. It's a double pocket, a double envelope, basically. If I can remember now how I did it, but I think I can figure it out. Anyway, and I just have these sitting in there because I cut them and I kind of went with that. Okay, so I guess that's it for today. And see what I can come up with for tomorrow or the day after. Tomorrow, doctor's appointment, so may not get a chance to work at all. I mean, not that it takes all day to go to the doctor, but it takes up a lot of time of the day. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me, and check out Diane's, Diane, her Etsy shop, and thank you for subscribing, and hope you subscribe if you're new. All right, thank you so much. Bye.